So thank you very much for joining me here today. Very much appreciated. Let's get into the first question. Your airport is known for its unique architecture and features that passengers would notice. But what else is the airport's most distinguishing features that gives passengers that sense of place?
Thank you for hosting me first and foremost. And yes, the architecture of our airport has been very, very unique. In its origin, the airport was designed with the natural elements that the owners found in the region in Punta Cana. That's why you can see the thatch roof. Once you get to the airport, you can see the wild rocks, which is original from the locations. But throughout the years, as soon as we have been growing and be more demanding of passengers, the same demand comes in comfort. So passengers not they like the open air, they like the open facilities, but some of the market they love the air conditioner. So we have had to combine both elements in terms of satisfy all the expectations of the different demographics that we have. Europeans love the open spaces. They love the high roof. They don't like that much the air conditioning, but it's not the same with the Canadians and the Americans. So we have to balance, since we are designing new terminals. When we are remodeling and refurbishing new terminals, we have to combine both elements. What is the trademark of the airport, the thatch roof, but at the same time the comfort of a terminal, international, world class, that can accommodate all kind of passengers. And I think that's the most important challenge that we have as an airport, and at the same time our airport designers has to deal with that. Besides that, the unique architecture and the unique environment that as soon as you open the door of the airplanes, you feel that you are on holidays already. I think the principal asset we have is the people. Dominican people is very friendly, very hospitable. They love to welcome foreigners, and at the same time, we have created a commitment of service to the passengers. So the facilitation process upon arrival or upon departure, we try to do it as smooth as possible to make a seamless journey at the end. We are the first impression and the last impression of the tourists when arrive to the country, when arrive to Punta Cana. So we put a lot of emphasis in the facilitation process be as expedite as possible. Of course, not compromising the security of the airport.
Absolutely. So would you then say that the human factor and the workforce are crucial to the passenger experience?
Definitely they are crucial, and we can see in the comments, it's not a gambling that we have been for 6 years in a row number one in the region, in Latin America and the Caribbean, in passenger service expectations. Is because the people feel that commitment of the people to provide service.
Absolutely. So you touched upon your passenger demographic, but perhaps we could deep dive into this a bit more. What type of travel is most popular, and did the pandemic impact this at all?
No doubt, pandemic impact us. We shut down the airport on March 17, 2020, and we reopened the airport on July 1st, the same year. It was very, very sad to see the airport empty, no flights, no passengers running around the terminals, but the conditions it was not under our control. But we have been recovering steadily since we opened, and right now we are above the numbers of the best year we ever had. That was 2018. So we are in the 12% over the 2018 September. That usually is a very slow month. It's not as it was in the summer or the winter, but still is over September 2018, which was the best. Our expectations are to close the year with a double-digit number growth, which is great news. And to be honest, we were not expecting the recovery that fast. We were aiming 2024, 2025 to go back to the numbers of 2018, not to go above those numbers. But right now we are there. And we are expanding terminal because we know the demand is there, and we are conceptualizing and we are designing a third terminal that we are looking forward to have it ready in the next 24 to 36 months. In terms of demographic, North America, Canadian, US predominantly is the principal market. Europe, they are led by France and Germany. They're moving pretty well. And then South America is having a huge impact lately. Colombia, Argentina, Panama, serving as a hub connection to Punta Cana with other Central American and South American market that will visit Punta Cana a lot. We have 4 airlines flying directly from Colombia right now, daily, Medellin and Bogota. We have Aerolíneas Argentina from Buenos Aires, land from Peru and from Chile. And we have a lot of expectation with that market because they are opening very well.
That's really great to hear. And let's touch on the terminal expansion. So what new technologies or digital transformation is going to be part of that to really impact the passenger experience?
Definitely, we have to look into that. With the pandemic, and this is something that is happening worldwide, the human factor has become a problem in the staffing. Not for us, but for the government entities, they are very shortage of staff. Mm-hmm. So prior to the pandemic, we have in our strategic planning to become Punta Cana International Airport in a smart airport. And we were already given some serious steps with our partner in this process, which is CITA, one of the largest provider of technology for airports. And we already have in place kiosk, backpack printers with backpack printers capability. We have e-gates to go out of the country that 15 of the nationalities that comes to Punta Cana can use it without going to a custom agent, which is, just to give you an idea, to process a passenger through the e-gate is 8 seconds. To process the same passenger with a custom agent, it's 2.5 minutes. So what we are moving is more technology, less dependent on the human factor, because we know the limitations the government have in catching new staff. At the same time, we are right now we are adding security gates at the checkpoint in order that the passenger can go with the boarding pass immediately. Like in Europe now, everybody's using the same. So we are at that level right now. By the end of the year, we are going to have that equipment in place. At the same time, we purchased latest generations of CTX for the checkpoint, which is like an explosive detection system. We are getting rid of the X-ray machines, substituting with this equipment, and the TRS with the trade return system, automatic. So we are not going to depend on people. It's going to be a process much more effective, and at the same time, a lot more security for the government and for the airport. During that process, we are moving forward to the self-boarding gate as well. It's going to be the last step of the process. And the biometric enrollment is where we are right now with the kiosk, where you can enroll biometrics, then you can do all the process with your biometrics. This is only allowed for biometric passports that goes to Punta Cana, and we have mostly of the nationality that visit Punta Cana enroll in that process. So we are betting a lot in technology. We believe in technology, and we are ready to put whatever is necessary to make it happen in the short term.
It sounds like there's a lot of exciting future developments going on.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun in this process.
I can imagine, yeah. If I say the phrase, the future airport experience, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Facilitation. Mm-hmm. Facilitation without compromising security. Remember, we are in the middle of the Caribbean. We have flights to all over the world, Europe, Canada, United States. So it's a high-risk country. Mm-hmm. No, we cannot hide that. So we have to make sure that the facilitation do not interfere with the security, but the facilitation has to be the best one. Mm-hmm. As a tourist destination, once you arrive to Punta Cana, the least you want is to spend time in immigration, picking your luggage in customs. No, you want to go out as fast as possible to enjoy the beautiful island, to enjoy the sun, enjoy the hotel where you're going to stay for the rest of the week or for 2 weeks or for whatever the time you're going to be there. And we put a lot of emphasis on that. Our stakeholder, they have to be online in the same page that we are, and we make sure through our terminal team to let them know that that's the way we're going to operate. Of course, we accompany them in the process. We train them. We try to make them be on the same page and the same line we are, and we provide all what is necessary to do so. I think the facilitation process, the smooth pass of the passenger throughout all the installation is really a plus that we have to be focusing for the next years, because the new generation, they don't have time to wait.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So maybe a bit more of a personal question, but yourself, when you've been traveling, what's a memorable moment or passenger experience that you've had in an airport that you thought, yeah, they're doing it right?
Maybe because I come in from the hospitality industry, I have a lot of sense about human touch. Yep. I love technology. I know it works. I know we have to use it. But I still appreciate when I can have that person that take care of any of my needs in an airport. And it happened, I travel a lot, so I have the opportunity to try the technology, but at the same time, one of the things I always evaluate is the response of the passenger. Even though if I don't need anything, I create a necessity just to ask for it and see how they respond, because that's something that we are very, very focused on not to lose in Punta Cana. That human contact, even though we are moving to technology, we still want to maintain that human touch. That is what really identify our country and our people. In the new terminal, and the new expansion and the new terminal, we are conceiving right now state-of-the-art food court facilities. We are conceiving new VIP lounges. Maybe, I don't know if you know that we were the first one with a pool in the VIP lounge on the restricted area. Now, the second lounge that we are building with that is going to be unique. And you have to see that. I can show you later how it's going to look. And all those things, thinking about what the customer is telling us. After the pandemic, the request for VIP service has jumped exponentially. People want to be treated differently. People don't want to be in the mass. People don't want to be in the crowd. They are able to pay whatever they have to pay to receive a personalized treatment. I cannot do that with technology. I need people. So that's very important for us, because it has become one of the most important revenue sources of the airport, tripling the amount of money we were generating now, and thinking about creating new spaces for VIP services because of the demand. And what we foresee is that that's not going to stop. It's growing. I think those are some of the points that we can focus on.
So would you perhaps say, going back to the question about smaller airports, is that something they should focus on, that personal touch, human factor, and capitalize on really understanding their passengers? That's
correct. That combination would be perfect, that we can have that smart airport on place, but at the same time that we can match that process still with the human factor. That at any moment you're going to need it. I mean, it's not going to disappear. That's who thinks that the technology would disappear the human factor. I don't believe that. But you have to make sure that that touch with the human factor is be successful.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.